So, I was studying Hebrews 6, verses 11 to 15 some days back when I stumbled upon a treasure. As I read, a joy welled up in my heart that I just couldn't contain, and I knew I had to share it with the world. So, verse 12 really caught my attention. Hebrews 6, verse 12, KJV says, "That ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises." And the slothful part in this verse really caught my attention. Some versions uses the words indifferent, dull, low-spirited, and the like, but I just wasn't satisfied with what I saw. So I decided to check the original Greek word used in the verse. And for that slothful, the original Greek word was notros, which means sluggish and dull. Still not satisfied, I read further about this word and found that its root word, notus, means illegitimate child. This was where I knew I stumbled upon pure gold. Now I was curious about the relationship between illegitimacy and being sluggish. I had to read about the historical context of the relationship between these words. And apparently, in ancient Greece, notus was associated not only with illegitimacy, but also being lower class and inferior. People described with these adjectives were like outcasts in the society, discriminated against and scorned by the traditional society. They were seen as sluggish and lazy. If you read from verse 11 down to 15, you see the central idea of the verses is waiting on God for the fulfillment of His promises. So God is saying through verse 12 that while waiting on His promise, do not feel inferior. The fact that another Christian seems to have their life in order while you are struggling with yours is not a reason for shame. Yes, the Christian community might mock your relationship with God, they might doubt your sonship, but the truth remains that you are just as much God's child and just as much an heir to the promises of God as any Christian out there. The most beautiful part of my study that day was the conclusion, when I clearly heard in my spirit, "Hold your head up high." God is saying to someone, while waiting for that financial breakthrough, hold your head up high. While waiting for that miracle job, hold your head up high. While awaiting that godly spouse, hold your head up high. While awaiting your baby, hold your head up high. While waiting for the establishment of that business, hold your head up high. Remember, you are just as much God's child as any Christian out there. You are not a failure. Shalom.